So who's going to start? Are you going to start or I'm going to start?
Oh, you mean interviewing?
No. It's as far as introduce, because I mean, like, this is your church online and this is my Monday podcast. So,
maybe you should introduce.
I think, but how about we toss a coin?
And introduce me.
Yeah. Have you got a coin?
No.
No, neither have I. Right. Imaginary coin. You ready? Heads or tails?
Heads.
No, it was tails, so I'll start.
Yeah.
Okay, so welcome to another Know My Faith Monday podcast, and my guest today is Ian Sinclair from Church Online, from New Zealand Christian
Events. And conferences.
And you've got regional ones as well.
Yes, a few regional ones.
All right, so welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Rob. Good to be here.
All right, your turn.
Right. Today we're going to be doing things a little bit differently. Usually on Know My Faith, Rob interviews a whole lot of guests, but today we're going to be interviewing Rob.
It's a bit strange, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
I was trying to figure out when you and I met. We were talking about this over coffee before, and I'm pretty sure it was at what is now Elevate, but was the Christian Ministries with the Disabled Trust.
Yes.
In, is it Mount Roskill or Mount Smart?
Mount Smart.
The Mount
Road.
Smart, yeah. Yeah, way back in 1995, maybe?
No, I came to Auckland in 2003.
Did you? Okay, so it'll be a bit later than that.
A bit later than that.
Yeah. And then when I was at Rima, you were working for Vision New Zealand.
Vision Network of New Zealand, which is now Christian Network, New Zealand Christian Network.
Right, exactly. And so what you're doing now is this Church Online.
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
So how that all came about was I had actually been involved last year in another online church that someone had started when we all had COVID came around and lockdown happened.
Yep.
And I was involved with that, and that sort of gave me a bit of experience of doing church online and how that all worked. And I really felt God speak to me this year about starting my own church online, and so I called it Church Online New Zealand.
Yep.
And what I have, I've started out, and I think it's done really well because I upgraded some gear towards the end of last year, and a new computer and HD webcam so that I could do Church Online New Zealand really well.
That's good. And you're getting quite a few followers?
Yes, we are.
Yeah.
So I'm really happy with how it's going at the moment.
Yeah, it's amazing how God's moved us around, isn't it?
Yes. I think technology's played an even greater part since COVID now. I see a lot of churches going online now and spreading the gospel.
Yeah, we were kind of forced to, because churches were doing it anyway.
Yes.
And some of the bigger churches, and some of those turned into regular TV programs. Tak Bana is a great example.
Yes.
And I'm trying to remember his guy from the North Shore in Auckland.
Peter Mortlock?
Not Peter, no, the other one. There's another one. But it's the same thing. I mean, they were putting it online for their own churches anyway.
Yes.
But now you've got a whole lot of smaller churches, and you've even got people, like yourself are doing church online. You've got people doing it in their own lounges.
Yes.
You know, songs and sermons and all this sort of stuff, which we never would have done if it hadn't been for COVID.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now out of that, I see that Shine TV putting on churches on their TV regularly every Sunday.
Okay. Right. New Zealand churches.
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yeah,
Sunday
excellent.
morning up to Sunday afternoon.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you've got a whole variety there. You've got Life, you've got Equippers.
Yeah.
I think Arise Church have just come online there
Okay.
on Shine TV.
Yeah. For those people that are not computer savvy, because we were talking about the Christian Ministry, Elevate Trust annual camp.
Yes.
Which happens at Tota Springs every year, but it didn't happen last year because of COVID.
No, last year they did it over Zoom.
Yeah, which was, for some people, like for one of the ladies I worked with, it was a little bit annoying because she's not computer savvy, she's not, she doesn't have a computer there or a support worker on the weekend.
No.
To turn it all on. So having it on something like Shine TV where you can just click it on is great. Yeah.
Be great, yes.
Right, we're just reminiscing about old days, so...
Yeah, I was actually involved last year with the online meeting they had. Although I wasn't directly involved where it was being broadcast from, I was at the centre, the Elevate Centre on Mount Smart Road, where I set up a camera, and so when they crossed over to us, they were able to see us, and everyone said hi. And I think a few other branches also had gatherings so that people who didn't have the technology could be there and participate.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. It was good that could happen. So we don't know what's going to happen this year, though.
Yeah, don't know at the moment.
No. Anyway, look, I'll hand over to you now for Church Online. How's that?
Okay, that sounds good.
So that's my podcast done with. I'll leave now. No.
I don't think we've finished yet, Rob.
No.
So we are going to interview Rob, but just before we do that, Rob's just asked me to share about Church Online New Zealand. So Church Online New Zealand is online church, obviously. So we don't have physical gatherings, but it's just online, live streamed on Facebook and YouTube and Church Online platform. And you're welcome to join in. The links to our Facebook page you can find if you go on our live stream website, which is newzealand.online.church.
Yep. Or just click the link. We'll have the links down here in the...
Yes. And I think Rob also mentioned that I run New Zealand Christian events and conferences.
That's
right. Yes. So that's been running for a few years. And so that's just a way for people to find out about Christian events happening around the country. In the old days, churches used to have notice boards about what was happening in their city and that. But if you go to churches these days, you don't find any notice boards there.
There's not so much. And of course, people used, when I was on Rema, they had the church notice board there. Star still do it, I think. But if I remember correctly, one of the posts that you put there on the Christian events, New Zealand Christian events online page, is that you were blown away by the number of events that were happening around the country.
Yes.
And you've had to actually create regional pages now.